When we invest in ourselves, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Welcome to the Pivot.
Lia Valencia Key. She is a makeup artist extraordinaire for Tatcha, for It Cosmetics. She has her very own jewelry and accessory line, Valencia Key. We are talking about support. This is it, give and take, give and take. We are actually here on location this go round because we are talking about support. This is The Pivot with Stephanie Humphrey, and I am here with my very, very good friend, Lia Valencia Key. She is a makeup artist extraordinaire for Tatcha, for It Cosmetics, and as you can see, she has her very own jewelry and accessory line, Valencia Key. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored.
So it's interesting that this particular episode is about support because we are actually here this morning supporting each other.
Yes,
you
so
are supporting
awesome.
me in this effort. I appreciate you, but you are also being featured in a PBS special about startups. So I will be participating in that, giving them all the juicy keys and details about Valencia Key, and you have so graciously agreed to be here for me today. So this is what support looks like. This is it. This is it. Give and take, give and take. So there are three, and you know, y'all gonna have to forgive me because you know we know each other, so I kind of got the backstory already. But I think you know I was able to sort of break your story down into three distinct areas, and I want you to talk about the support you got during those times or the support you wished you had during those times. So talk about your time in the homeless shelter.
I love starting there. Thank you so much, because when you come from or you're in a very rough situation and you're in lack, you want people to educate you. I think in the situation when I was super young when I was in the homeless shelter, but what I felt when I was there was this lack of people seeing you, and this lack of thinking that it was possible for you.
Right.
So people kind of just look over you like, oh, this family's in a predicament.
Right.
They're gonna stay there, and no one's like, hey, there's a reason why your mother's here. Let me find out. Does she need education? Does she need assistance with childcare? Like, what does she... And the thing about being homeless is the fact that you don't have a home is the byproduct of the why.
Right.
And there wasn't that support on how...
That's the symptom.
That's the symptom.
That's not the actual cause.
Right? So like, people aren't digging in the cause, and I think that was where the lack of support was in that situation.
Yeah. And for any politicians out there watching right now, let's work on the root cause, please, and just not try to treat
on that now. I mean, I'm one small human light, but
listen,
I'm going back to homeless shelters now and like having these conversations, and I'm even talking with a homeless shelter right here in Westchester, because I had this conversation, like, we need to support them on a career trade, because you lose things because you can't afford them, or you don't know money management, or you have addictions, or there's these causes. But a lot of people are solving addictions and they're helping these external, but what changed my life is a trade, cosmetology. And I'm like, let's get people licensed for trades, because they'll work consistently no matter what the economy's doing. So I'm really working on trying to do a small portion of getting people a trade and a skill that they can always work, so they can fund homes and live and eat and function fully.
And have a good quality of life. That's fantastic. So now you talked about your trade, cosmetology. Your she has beat my face to the gods on many a day. But you started out in education.
Yes.
You have a master's degree, right?
All day. Yeah, master's degree.
So, you know, I know what that's like, having that quote unquote good job and leaving it to pursue some other dream or some other career. Let's talk about the support you had or wished you had during that time of transition.
You know, it's interesting because I think the support that's needed is the cheering on that whatever that change is that you want to do is possible.
Right.
Because what I remember being in education and then saying, oh, I want to totally change to go to cosmetology. People, even when I got my cosmetology license and I was teaching hair and I wanted to work for QVC as a freelancer, but I love creativity, that was my passion. There was people, the no support, no, why would you do that? You've got a salary, like, don't mess that up. So like, support of cheering people on. If the dream sounds crazy, go for it. Like, that's the support I'm about.
Exactly. You know? And you know, it doesn't really matter because you still have that education to quote unquote fall back on. You still have that, you know, sort of solid plan B. But don't be a dream killer. No. I think that's the sort of message from this part of the conversation. Don't be a dream killer. People can do whatever they want to do. You know, just give them a chance.
If they can dream it, literally they can do it. I'm not, and I must add, I have so much beautiful support. Like, God has shown up in my life. My name should be support. Lia Valencia Key. Like, that should be my name, literally. Because I have beautiful people that just come in my life and lift me up and cheer me on. And that's the mic that I turn up.
Okay.
Like, so when you're cheering and you're riding and you're like, oh, you could do it, I turn your volume all the way up.
Right.
Anyone else who's against it, then I generally turn that down. But I just feel it is so healing in support just to hear someone believe that you can. And that's what you and I, like, from very beginning, our story begins like, you believe that I could before you even knew me. And that's major support. Like, Stephanie from a friend knew I wanted to work at QVC as a stylist, and I've been telling everybody, like, and your friend Fred said, oh, my friend, she works there, let me see. And Stephanie never met me. She texts me, you text me the contact person. This is support. Okay, here we go. You're right, open the book on support. Stephanie texts me the contact person's number, name, email address, and then wait for it, said use my name as a reference, and never met me a day in my life. Excuse me, your name is support.
Stephanie Support
Humphrey. That's support, people. Like, it's support is free.
Exactly.
It doesn't cost anything to support someone.
And by the way, support Black women.
Support,
you know,
Black women.
And let me tell you why I did that. Because you know, number one, I mean, because you can't just be putting names out there anytime.
That was a divine whisper in your ear.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we want to support, but we also want to be smart about support.
Don't mess your name up.
However, you know, the person that sort of connected us, I had respect for them and for their opinion of your work, you know, and so there has to be an established track record and foundation of someone doing the work that is asking for the support.
Period.
You can't just be like, put me on. You know, we don't do that. You know, we're not just handing out hookups to people. But when you find someone and when you come into contact with someone who is doing the work, who has done the work, who has the background, you were licensed, you were a makeup artist, you were working, you had gone to cosmetology school, you had done the work and put all those things in place to get the chance. And I mean, I couldn't give you the chance, but I could do what I could to put you in a position to then go and do your thing. And that's exactly what you did.
I mean, magical.
When we invest in ourselves, we're investing in what's next for all of us. Growing, creating, making moves that move us all forward. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Pull up a chair, take your seat. The Black Tape with me, Dr. Greg Carr, here on the Black Star Network. Every week, we'll take a deeper dive into the world we're living in. Join the conversation only on the Black Star Network.
I'm Deborah Owens, America's Wealth Coach, and my new show, Get Wealthy, focuses on the things that your financial advisor and bank isn't telling you, but you absolutely need to know. So watch Get Wealthy on the Black Star Network.
When we invest in ourselves, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
There is such a power. I believe in doing the work. Like a lot of people expect people to just pull them up.
Absolutely.
But I believe in working hard and doing the work. And I promise you, as soon as I do the work, earth angels like you show up and like, come on, just a step further, and that's what support looks like.
Say that again. Once you start doing the work, the universe sees that.
Yes.
And the universe wants to give you what you want. God wants to give you what you want.
Yeah.
But you got to move first.
And keep moving even when there's no support around. So
that part.
We're looking for support. But you are your support. God is your support. Whoever your creator is your support, right? That's your number one foundational support. And if you just keep moving, no matter what's around you, whatever's against you, eventually the support will show up because your work says so.
That's right.
And your spirit says so. So the thing about Fred is, he's felt my spirit, like in my energy. So if we talk about doing the work, that's one thing, but who are you in the world? How do you radiate? That's what Valencia Key is all about.
And we are getting right to that, because now our third period of transition is now you're at QVC, you're beating the faces of Jamie Lynn Kern and Jennifer
Vicky Sai, founder of Tatcha's.
So you rubbing elbows with CEOs at this point, and now you decide to do a jewelry and accessories line. Talk about the transition there, the support you received, the support you wish you had, the support you're still looking for.
Yeah, well, I think that was all support, because how Valencia Key, which is my jewelry brand now, it's lifestyle, because we're doing everything. It's all about light. It was created from my mother, who was really struggling against fighting stereotypes. So she was bound by that, but she could speak life out. Right. So she would speak life into my life, my sister and brother's life, which was support, which was a blessing for me. And right before she passed, she told me that she saw my light shining, and I was pushing out of my predicament, and I was moving towards my destiny. And she told me that I had this light within me, and she gave me these little earrings and let me know that whenever I can't find my light, to always wear it and let them be a symbolism that the light is within. So that's what started, thank you, that passion of this wearable symbols. So once she passed, I needed something as this reminder. So I just personally started hand sketching. So just imagine just a book of sketches, having no weight, just kind of therapy for me. Then I walk into QVC, and now I'm around hosts that are making people's dreams come true, business owners that are living their dream and showing that if you have love and passion in a product or object and you pour it into it, it can be life-changing in the receiver's hand. I was seeing this, and then two women, Vicky Sai, founder of Tatcha, and Jamie Kern-Lima, founder of It Cosmetics, they saw my light as I was styling them, and they just brought me along. So this support is another level too, because they would help me travel around the world with them. They would allow me to sit in business meetings where a hairstylist and makeup artist is not sitting. Okay, like they're like, come in this PR meeting. That's right. Just sit over here. So support of just exposing. Jamie always says, bring another person in the room with you. Amen. And again, it's free. Like, these things aren't costing you anything, but when you see a light in someone, there's power and support of just saying, come along with me, shadow me. And then the shadower, the person that's being brought in the room, show up. Like, be support for them.
That's
what
right.
do you need? How can I help you?
That's right.
Even if I'm just a light, even if I'm just joy, even if I'm a breath of fresh air so that you can go be your greatest, we're supporting each other. And so that just showed me the possibility of starting a business, because coming from homeless, I didn't even know what a business entrepreneur was.
Right.
But when I start to see this, I saw what's possible. And I spoke to both of them and they were like, what? Which way? Do it. You know, like, let's go, do it. And from that, Google was my friend. I just started Googling how to become a jewelry maker with your hand sketches. And it just spiraled from there.
And spiraled all the way back to QVC when you got the big ticket and became one of the big finds. And now you can find Valencia Key jewelry and accessories at QVC.com, as well as on your website, ValenciaKey.com. So check it out. I am wearing my Valencia Key today. I love these huggable hoop earrings. I wear them all the time. I have them in gold and silver.
That's support.
Listen.
Let me tell you what else is support. I love friends, so I've always prayed to create something that the people that I love don't just buy because they love me, but buy because they love it.
Absolutely.
And that they feel me in it and that they wear it every day. And you wearing my jewelry on your TED Talk and on all of your social medias and wherever you go is support. Like, people seeing it on you is major support that you can't even understand. So here we go again. Stephanie support Humphrey.
And by the way, I paid for these.
All day.
Okay,
Always
I did not ask for a hookup. I did not ask for the friends and family discount.
Yeah.
I went on the website like everybody else and bought my pair. So that is another form of support. You know, when you know someone or see someone that is out here that is building their business, don't try to undercut them for the discount. Just pay. You paying everybody else full price. Don't try to undercut your friends on the price of things.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Hold no punches.
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?
When we invest in ourselves, we're investing in what's next for all of us. Growing, creating, making moves that move us all forward. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
How do you choose to show up for others? What does your support look like for other people?
I love that. I always think of that. I'm like, because my support looks different. Like, I show up as light, love, joy, possibility. Let's get it in the world. Like, what's your dream? Let's go. And it sounds kind of that's very few and far between to find many lights like that. That's like, what do you need hair and makeup for that? Don't even worry about it. I'll be there. Like, okay, I believe it. Let's talk about it. Let's dream big. Let's that bigness to me is support that propels people forward. And I know I love that, and I just decide to be that to everybody that I'm around, whether I know you or not.
You totally are like the epitome of eternal optimist. Like, honestly, I don't know that I've ever seen you not radiating joy, wearing your yellow, with a big smile on her face. Like, you truly do sort of embody the philosophy that you put forth in your jewelry, and just I feel the support, so I want to say thank you for that.
Thank you.
And that's what it is. It's showing up. It's supporting people's dreams, even when they don't make a ton of sense to you, even when you don't really understand what they're trying to do. Just be there to be a listening ear, to be a shoulder to cry on, to offer that one word of encouragement that person might have needed that day, and that was the thing that was able to keep them going. If you can make a phone call, and when you can pull your wallet out, do that as well. Support is critical to any sort of transition period in your life, so make sure you are surrounding yourself with those people that will give you the support that you need. Thank you again.
I'm so honored. Thank you. I love you.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are Black beyond measure.